So we got to speak about one thing that's extremely important part of the Teshuvah process, and that is da'agah. Now, what is let me explain that. There's two inyanim of da'agah. There's two parts that he writes over here. The Rabbi Yosef Teshuvah. One part is da'agah. He writes from the has v'shalom, from the punishment of the sin. And it's scary. So Hashem sees you scared. You know, you don't care. It's scary. The punishment of the sin is very scary. Because some avarot is so great that Teshuvah, he writes, Teshuvah tola kapara v'yisurim imarakim. Now, he writes as well that there's another da'agah. So first is the scary part of the actual onish, but we don't want it to make you feel down. I'm telling you this in advance because sometimes a person gets scared of the punishment and it might pull him down. Oh, if that's the case, as a punishment, I'm out. No! That's Yetzer Hara playing. But I have to explain what he's explaining. Explaining is that there's a da'agah. You have to be careful. There's schar ve'onesh. There's a punishment. Has shalom. Some avon is a very strong avon. You need has shalom. Kaparat avonot through onesh. You have to be scared. Oh my goodness. Da'agah. You have to worry. But not to put you down again. Not to put you down so you're morbid and you're depressed. No. The second thing is da'agah is never to do it again. You're always worried, I'm scared to go, so you'll never be in that position. So this, I'm going to give you a great example. This happened, I know this young man, and he saw something maybe inappropriate on the phone. So he went ahead, and he got a filter on his phone, making sure, and now he got a filter on his phone, he made sure that he accepted upon himself that never ever to hold the phone, even if somebody else's, if it's not filtered. That's what he did. So he tells me this. He tells me a few days ago, he had to make an order for something, and he couldn't. His phone wasn't processing, and this, that. So he went to one of his friends. Can I use your phone? I need to make the order and this. So he tells him, sure. He says, all right, is your phone filtered? Does it have a tag? Does it have a filter of this? He says, no, it doesn't. So the young boy was so worried. He was not like the rabbiner says, the guy. He was so worried that he didn't take the phone. So they asked him, "What about your order?" I don't care. Forget the order. I won't order. I won't do nothing. I don't care. I accept it. I'm scared that maybe something's gonna pop up on the screen that is not gonna be modest. I don't want to take no chance. And then he tells me, 2 days later, he tells me that boy. That same day, right after that, I went back to my own phone and it processed the order. Something happened right away, it processed the order. I said, how? He says, I had a mind. I said, I don't care. I'm scared if something, I saw something immodest in this situation, I'll never I'm so worried that I'll put myself in that situation, I'll never even go near anything that's close. You understand what I'm trying to say? You hear what's going on? There's major stories. We said this once over, and we have Natan Arkalji. What did he do? He went ahead, Natan, guys, mention your name, what you did? Yes? He went Natan, and that day, he went to the tag office, and he filtered his phone. Everything filtered. One day. That's what he did. Why? Because he's scared maybe something improper. But that's part of it. Part of it is da'agah. I'm worried maybe the same thing. So therefore, you're a million steps away. I told you the story about the trade show in LA. I told you that story about it. This is a story the wild story. Tal told me this story, and it happened to one of his relatives of him, and I'll share with you. He told me he was in LA, and they were making Vegas. You know those Vegas shows? Billy, what are those called? Those Vegas shows? Magic show, something like that. Shtuyot show. Anyway, so it was a lot of shtuyot, meaning peritzut. The show was peritzut because there's a lot of improper things. So he bought a booth, he bought a thing, but he said he's going to show Menei, he's going to be careful. And all of a sudden, he sees next to his booth, there's another booth right next to him. I don't know, selling swimsuits with all immodest lady pictures and this, that. He's like, oh my goodness. I'm here, this, that. And he pulled up his booth. And now he sees this person putting all these crazy pictures, crazy things. He's like, oh my goodness, I'm a religious Jew. He runs to the coordinator. He says, can I get a different booth? He says, no, I'm sorry, you can't get another. Every booth is taken. You can't get another booth. He says, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And he's going there. I don't know what to do. He's looking. He's like, it's a few $1,000s he paid for the booth. He said, I don't want to take chances. I'm worried. He said, I'm worried. Part of the Teshuvah process. I'm worried. I'm worried maybe the sin's going to come up, see something improper. I'm not taking no chances. He closes the booth. He's closing the booth. The first day. Closes the booth. As he's closing the booth, there's like a lady in her 50s, and she comes up and says, what are you doing? Why are you closing your booth? So he says, I'm just closing. I'm not interested. He says, no, tell me the truth. Says, I'll tell you the truth. It's against my religion to see all the shtuyot, and I'm worried that maybe I'll be involved over here, and seeing that I don't want to take no chances, I'm closing my shop. He says, what do you sell? He says, I sell this, sells that, sells that. Tells him, look, I'm one of the biggest buyers in the whole industry of what you're selling. One of the biggest buyers out there. The companies that she represents is the biggest brands of the industry. Says, I see you're honest, and I see this. I'm gonna see what you have. If I like it, I'll give you a big order. He says, okay, an order. He said he got the biggest order that he got in his life. It was so big that it was the whole thing. He closed and he made maybe triple, quadruple what he would have made if he were there the whole week selling and selling and selling. He made it in one shot. Why? HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, you worried? You concerned? Just know, I'm running the show, and I see I'm going to award you. Not in this world also, but really in the real world. But I'm going to reward you with this, that you were worried about sinning, your reward is going to be endless.